brisket, baby backs, and turkey breast. Stay tuned. All right, I've got this brisket rubbed down with my own little SPG concoction. It's gonna ride overnight. It's 10 o'clock at night right now. I'm probably gonna get up about 6 and check it and see if it's stalled. If it's stalled, then I'll do the usual spray and wrap and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna start the ribs until tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do maybe a 2-2-1 style on that. I don't want them to fall off the bone by any means. I want there to be a little bit of pull on there, especially if I'm going to reheat them. So definitely don't want them fall off the bone if you're going to reheat at a later time. So I definitely want some bite there. And then that turkey breast, that doesn't take too long, a couple hours at the most. So we'll start that in the middle of the day tomorrow. So anyway, we're ready to rock.
All right, guys, it is almost 6 a.m. So it's been just about 8 hours. I haven't opened the door yet. So this is the first look at it for both of us. I'm gonna give it a little spritz here. Ooh, yeah. Man, that looks good. All right, I'm gonna let it ride. Beautiful morning, about 6:30. Man, I just want to say that this Old Country gravity smoker has really changed the game for me. You know, I obviously started off as a steak burner guy, but this has allowed me, well, quite honestly, a lot more ease in what I do, and the flavor to me is not any different. The gravity in conjunction with the ChefsTemp stuff, the S1, the Brizo fan that's pushing the air right now, and wireless probes in here. Man, I just get I get tired of having wires everywhere, and I've gone to the wireless probes, and it's been really a godsend for me. It's allowed me to start cooking again and really get a lot more done. So man, if you can afford it, to me this is the most affordable real gravity smoker on the market. You know, there are others like the Char Griller and the Masterbuilt that are a little bit cheaper, but for this, for less than $2,000, what you're getting, it's incredible. Yeah, size-wise, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but the food that comes out of it, it's incredible. So great job to Old Country and really to ChefsTemp too. The what they're putting out, these two companies, is in conjunction with each other, is pretty special. So this will kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about here, about as far as ease is concerned. You I'm running the pit. It's running at 220 right now, and you can see the ambient right there. The top lift is at 217. Well, I'm going to bump this right now. I'm going to start running it at 275. And so I just swing this over at 275, and that's it. It'll be there in probably 10 minutes. Like I said, no wires, no nothing. I don't have to worry about going out and adjusting baffles and anything else. So, the fan, Brizo fan, is controlling that, and it's like I said, it's been a game changer for me.
Well, I really struggled to get that wrap on there. The brisket, a little bit big for the paper, but I got it on there. It's fine. And so I'm gonna head on inside and start getting them ribs ready. All right, ribs are in. I had forgotten that I had lowered a shelf in there, so I had to move it and make a little room, but you saw that wasn't super difficult at all. But ribs are in. It is 8:15, so they should be done around 1 o'clock-ish maybe. We'll see. They're just done when they're done. But I'm trying to get an early finish on all this stuff so I get a nice long rest with everything. Quite honestly, I feel like the rest period is the most important step to any of this. If you're not doing it, man, you really need to try. You need to try to start your cooks way before you think you need to. Try to get them done 6 hours early, and so the meat can just rest. It makes such a difference. I was not a believer until I actually forced myself to do it one time, and man, I'll never do it any other way. It really makes things a lot easier too, because I don't have to try to time my cooks out now. I try to get them done 6 to 8 hours early. I can hold it as long as I want to, and if it goes over, it goes over. So okay, big deal if I hold it for 4 hours. But when you try to time it out to where it's done at dinner time and it's not ready, I guess you're ordering pizza. So man, really, honestly, try to time your cooks out to where they're finishing 6 to 8 hours ahead of time. Let that rest work for you. It's going to make everything so much more flavorful and tender and juicy, and everything's just better. So anyhow, these ribs will be done at 1. We're probably not going to eat on them till 6 or 7. And that also means I'm going to do the same thing with the turkey. I want that turkey to be done around probably 3 o'clock. I don't need as long a rest on that turkey as I do on everything else. So yeah, it's going well. All right, a little bit more about the cook. I'll say that I am smoking this as I usually do. I'm using oak lump, post oak lump, B&B. I've had really good success with that in this smoker. I'm also using apple and pecan chunks. Again, that's been like a catch-all for me lately. It hasn't seemed to matter what I'm cooking. Everything's just turned out so well. So yeah, that's what I'm cooking with. And what I did for the brisket was I rubbed it up with a homemade SPG. And then I did the same with the ribs. And I'll tell you why, because right now I'm avoiding sugar. I'm trying not to take in any extra carbohydrates, and I know that man, there's just a ton in that sugar. So for you or for a normal cook, yes, you're gonna want something with a little bit of sugar in it, maybe even brown sugar. And then earlier in this video I mentioned that I'd probably do a 2-2-1 style. Man, I didn't know what to call it, so it's gonna take about 4.5 to 5 hours. And basically what I'm gonna do is after a couple hours, I'm gonna put pats of butter on it and let that butter kind of melt down on it while it's cooking. And then after the next couple hours, then I will wrap it with more butter and let it finish wrapped for that last hour. But it's gonna get 4 hours straight unwrapped, 2 hours with smoke, 2 more hours with smoke and butter, and then another hour wrapped with butter. And again, it might be an hour, might be 30 minutes, might be 2 hours. It just depends on what the meat is telling me, excuse me. So yeah, it shouldn't take that long, usually 5 hours max. But yeah, it's not a traditional like a 3-2-1 where it's unwrapped, wrapped, and back unwrapped. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's 3 phases, 2 hours on smoke, 2 hours of smoke and butter, and then wrap for an hour just to retain the moisture and try to infuse more of that butter flavor into the ribs. So anyhow, I'm gonna do pretty much the same kind of rub on the turkey as well. You know, just a good old SPG on turkey breast is pretty good all on its own. All right, butter's on, looking pretty good. The bark is set up really well on those ribs. It didn't take long. Like I said, it's been 2 hours now that I got the butter on. It'll be about 2 more. It just kind of depends on what the temperature is doing, whether it actually takes me 2 hours or not before I wrap it again. I really want to shoot for somewhere around 180-ish maybe, and then wrap it up for that final push to roughly 200. Really, we're going to tenderness, we're not going to temperature, so but it'll be around 200 somewhere. Right, ribs are wrapped up, buttered up, and I'm just now pulling out the brisket to start its rest. It is noon, 12 o'clock, so yeah, this thing is going to get a good 6 hours before we cut into it. Man, so everything's really timing out well. Right about the time I was pulling the brisket off was right when those ribs needed to be wrapped. And as soon as I got them wrapped, I pulled the brisket off, and that was right about the time that the turkey needed to go on. So everything is just lining up perfectly. I hope that means what I think it means. It's going to be a good cook. But turkey's on. Now a couple hours, should be done.
All right. One of the ribs is ready. That's the one. Let's get it out. Let that rest a little bit and cool down to about 180 or so, and then put it on the warmer.
All right. It's a little bit after 3 o'clock. Everything's off the pit. It's all rested now and on the warmer. It's just a matter of getting it sliced up about 6 o'clock. See you in about 3 hours. All right, guys, that wraps up another cook. It was really, really good. I probably could have been happier with the ribs, you know. I haven't done them in a long time, and you know, they're just not the same when you don't use sugar, you know, or some sort of sweetness to them. But the turkey was great. The brisket was awesome too. Hey man, if you don't mind, give me a like and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you next time.